You and your party find yourselves in need of the assistance of an arcane scientist. You ask around in the coastal town you're in and find out there is one that lives here. However, he has not been heard from in about a week. Apparently, he left to go conduct research in the town's lighthouse, but after not contacting anyone in some time, people have begun to worry. They would normally go check themselves, but the seas around this coast are somewhat dangerous at night, and the stretch of land that connects to the small island the lighthouse is on is covered by the sea during the day and is only clear for a small amount of time at night. So no one really wanted to be stuck there if something bad is in fact going on. You're told he does have a horse and a cart once you get there, so it should be easy enough to get back. A boat drops you off as dusk settles in and then quickly takes back off towards the mainland. As you begin the approach, the lighthouse with the stables are off to the side and seem to be empty, and looking back to the road as night falls and the stretch of land connecting to the mainland begins to dry up. The land nearest to you seems to be completely broken up, however. Heading inside and looking around, you find the mage working over a table. They look tired, sickly, and hungry. You learn that they've been trapped here by a giant beast for nearly a week. At night, when the path to the mainland is open, the beast prowls the shadows in search of something to eat. The mage has been working on a few things to help them escape, but they offer them to you if you can promise to safely get them out of here. You attempt to make your way down the road with the mage as massive tentacles reach out of the water. They shower the path before you with parasitic crabs that fill all of the cracks in the road. You run, you jump over all the cracks as the tentacles try and slam down on you. Dodging them, you near the end of the road, but a massive beast pulls itself out of the water. It looks like a large bluish-green dragon, covered in barnacles, mouth dripping with foam. But instead of wings, it has massive tentacles coming out of its back, and its front legs appear to be massive crab claws. And this beast is now what stands between you, your friends, and freedom. So this is the Lighthouse Keeper. This is a fun way if your party needs some help from a mage or a scientist or something. It is, an interesting way to make them have to jump through a bit of hoops to get to them. To run down the path, you have to make them make like dexterity or strength checks to leap them. And if they fall into the cracks, failing the checks, they'll be kind of swarmed with poisonous crabs. So that's something they'll have to deal with before they can pull themselves out. They have to dodge the tentacles as well. And once they're fighting the beast, the dragon will use its attack to swing down its tentacles, kind of hitting them, but only hitting them in a straight line. So if anyone saves, I think it's a good idea to let them completely avoid it. I think that's nice. Some stuff does that, but not always. It also makes claw attacks with its crab claws, and it has a poisonous breath, like a foamy poisonous breath. So this is what they'll be fighting. The mage will give them some item it's been working on. You can kind of play with this however you want. Either you can give them like a potion of poison resistance, like maybe he has one who you can choose who you want to give it to. You can also make it so the dragon itself, or the sea beast, is somewhat vulnerable to fire. You can either make it fully vulnerable, or just when it takes fire damage, it does a bit of extra. Instead of doing double, it does an extra D4, D6. So you can give someone a potion of fire breath, or a magic sword, a fire sword, or a ring of poison resistance if you want to, throw your party some long-term things. If you're not ready for that, just a potion here or there would be cool. You can also... I had something else for fire. I don't know. Just anything that might add a little bit of fire damage would give them some fun. And, having like one poison resistance thing would be a nice way to kind of like make them figure out who the best person is. But, I think this is a fun way to introduce a new character without it just being, you go into town, here's the guy you need the information from. And, yeah, that's the story of the Lighthouse Keeper.